Hello students, your topic for today is original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. So Article 131 of the Constitution provides the exclusive and original jurisdiction to the Supreme Court of India when a question of law or fact is raised and the dispute is between the Government of India and one or more states, or second, the Government of India and any state or states on one side and one or more states on the other sides, third, two or more states. So in matters where the dispute arises due to a treaty signed, an agreement, engagement, or other similar instruments which were entered into before the commencement of the Constitution, the Supreme Court does not have exclusive jurisdiction and such documents are interpreted by the executive. Article 131 was considered important by the Constitution makers because of the quasi federal structure of governance in India. Under such a structure, the chances of having a dispute between the states or between the center and the states are likely to occur, and the Constitution makers thought that decision making power under such circumstances should be well defined. The Supreme Court, being the apex judicial institution, was thus given the original and exclusive jurisdiction. There are for certain cases like State of West Bengal versus Union of India, State of Karnataka versus Union of India, State of Madhya Pradesh versus Union of India, State of Jharkhand versus Union of India, State of Kerala versus Union of India. These cases are examples to the original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. So let's discuss one of the case from this. That let's take State of West Bengal versus Union of India. In this case, the Parliament had passed Acquisition and Development Act 1947, which gave the central government the power to acquire land and rights which were vested with the state. This was the first instance when Article 131 was invoked by a state against the Union government, and Section 4 and 7 of the Act were challenged as being an ultra virus. The state of West Bengal contended that as the constitution is federal, the state is sovereignty and the parliament does not have the power to pass a law and acquire the state owned coal fields. So the Supreme Court held that the Indian Constitution is not federal entirely and limitations are imposed on the state in many aspects, even though there is a separation of power. Thereby, no compensation was given to the state of West Bengal and the suit was dismissed with cost. It is important to consider that main issues that arose before the court were: first, whether the parliament has the authority to acquire land and other properties vested and owned by the state by enacting a law; second, whether the states in India are a sovereign authority or not. So no issues were raised regarding the act being violative of the fundamental rights. Thus, there is no discussion on this point. Secondly, the judgment does not discuss the maintainability of suit challenging central legislation under Article 131 of the Constitution, and no objection was raised in this regard. So, Article 131 of the Constitution is a special provision that gives the Supreme Court the exclusive and the original jurisdiction in the case of legal disputes arising between the states or state and the Union. The court guards the fundamental rights guaranteed to all the citizens of the country, and any violation of such rights can be directly taken up the High Court of the state under Article 226 or by Apex Court under Article 32 of the Constitution. However, unlike individuals, the state government cannot file a suit for violation of fundamental rights. Thus, when there is a difference of opinion between the state and the center regarding the interpretation of the Constitution, and the state is of the opinion that their legal rights have been infringed, the same can be taken up by the Supreme Court under Article 131. Article 131 was first invoked by the state of West Bengal in 1963. The suit was filed challenging the constitutional validity of the act passed by the center, which gave the latter the power to acquire the state owned land. However, in this case, no issue was raised regarding the maintainability of the suit under Article 131, and thus the judgment does not discuss this point. That's all. Thank you so much.